Coach John Hackworth.
Okay, Hack, I guess just first of all, just talk about the game today.
Yeah, tough contest in the what was our second phase of the Open Cup. Put together a lineup based on guys that we felt were fresh and guys that we felt deserved a chance. Obviously, didn't play the way we wanted to in the first half, but I loved the response coming out of halftime. It was a tough halftime talk. A lot of honest, direct conversation in there, and the guys accepted it, went out and played a much better second half. You saw when Paulo and Obi came in, and first of all, just it's fantastic to have those guys back. It was always an objective to get them 30 minutes tonight, but to do it when it's 0-0 and they come on and be really impactful and allow us to play so much better, that was really nice to see.
They both provided a spark, but Obi in particular, I mean, he was in on just about every play. Was it just a matter of them wanting to get out there and they adding that spark that they've been wanting to give for how many months now?
Well, look, I mean, anytime you're injured for that long, and it is for a professional athlete, it's just torture. The first part is you can't do anything, and then you slowly try to test yourself to get back to this position. And there's setbacks along the way, and for both those guys, it was longer than expected. But to their credit, they still worked hard. We were patient. Guys that played it for them while they have been gone have been excellent. So, we finally have more of a full squad, and that's really nice to have.
Will they be good to go for Saturday?
Certainly for, I think absolutely for selection. I'm not sure either one of them are ready to start a game and go 90. I always think it's important if you're starting a guy, they have to be ready to go 90 with only 3 substitutions. But certainly they're available. We don't want to push them too hard, too fast. But again, I'm really excited that I get to have that tough decision to make come probably tomorrow morning. But
You're all smiles. Obviously, the fans were into it. The players seem to have that added energy near the end of this game. How do you carry that over to this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, look, we love playing in front of our fans. We love playing in Louisville, and I think that you saw that there in the last 30 minutes of that game, and for us to get a win, and we've gone through so much. Even the last game, for us was so disappointing because we felt like we had a game in hand, but you're also playing in a big open stadium with nobody there, So this is much nicer to be back home and to have the support of the fans and to have a little bit of energy. And to give them something to cheer about, that was nice.
Can you take us through how Sean ended up taking the penalty kick and I guess his history in training and then what you saw after?
Yeah, so we always take PKs at times leading up to matches like this, and we always chart every single one that's made, and Sean's really good at it. He makes the majority. So out of those guys that started tonight, we always say, hey, if we get a PK, and look, we haven't gotten one all year, so this is kind of interesting. I think Luke is really pissed because he's probably the number 1 guy. In fact, he wanted me to sub him in for the PK, but I told him I couldn't do that. So it was Tosh, and ironically, I'm turning around to practice yesterday, and I see Tosh taking a PK, and he misses. And I said, okay, you're out. That's it. And he came running over. No, I was trying to hit a flag in the corner. And I said, okay, fair enough. So it was a little joke. But
Did you believe him?
Yeah, I did. That's why I made him PK taker for the game. But,
I guess you did.
And then at the end there, when we were just congratulating each other, he said, I made it. And I said, yeah, I had total faith in you. Never lost it. So that was nice.
John, it's job done. It was a late winner, and I'm sure that adds a little bit of excitement, pep in the step. But tomorrow morning's a draw. Prospect of playing MLS competition. How much does that excite you and the guys?
That's what we wanted to do. That's what we want. We wanted to make sure that no matter what, that we advanced and gave ourselves an opportunity. We take a lot of pride in our club and feeling like we're as good as any club in this country. And there's no better chance to test yourself than to go up head-to-head against an MLS team. So we'll look forward to that, and wherever we play and whoever we get, we'll certainly prepare as best we can.
Did the physical nature of last Sunday's game and Napo being sent off, did that throw a wrench in your scripted lead up to this game and then again next Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard not to, right? And you have so many guys that you really have to evaluate. We scripted things out, but then you have to evaluate, like, who can actually go? Who has the energy left? Who has recovered? So we did have some changes there, and that was important. But on the whole of it, we were still able to start, the majority of our roster, get guys starts, minutes, save guys for Saturday, which is really huge. And that way we hope we'll have managed the minutes here and be fresh and ready for a tough Charleston opponent on Saturday.
Coach with a clean sheet, Chris Hubbard, was voted by the fans as man of the match.
Love it.
Talk about his
Love it.
performance.
Finally, a goalkeeper gets man of the match.
Talk about
Awesome.
it's
Good
nice
job,
having
Howie.
him.
Good job.
But talk about how nice it is to be able to rely on him here in the Open Cup run.
Yeah, just like with Paolo and with Ownby, I'm so happy that Hubbard is back, and I should give a shout out to Rich Ballard too. I mean, these guys have had all of their own struggles. So, but for Chris specifically, he starts his second game here for the club in this competition. Gets a shutout. Really nice. The best news of all of that is that he's bringing us breakfast tomorrow. So
Bagels.
that's his reward. So I should say that I didn't think about it until Danny and I had the roster on the board. But we started a lot of guys that are true Louisville, citizens, and that was pretty awesome to see. And then we brought in a couple guys that gone to school here, so I think that's really cool for this community that you had so many guys that represented either high school or college here that were on that field at the end.
And even on the other side too,
Yeah,
there were a
you got
couple,
Johnson,
Femi and
yeah.
Johnson, yeah.
Femi, yep.
Was Richard looking forward to this even more, considering his history with
Yeah, I
them?
think he was pretty excited. We had a long conversation about it yesterday morning, whether he was ready for it, and actually it was not a long one. He said just, yes, I'm ready. And you could see in his eye that he was absolutely, this was important for him.
John, with midweek games like this, what does training look like tomorrow? Is it a rest day? Is it playing for guys that didn't get in today?
It's $20, Howie. Yeah, look, tomorrow's a regen day for the guys that played. And we'll have to see, I would think that with Paolo and Brian, 30 minutes is about what we thought the max would be. I think they ended up playing like 36. So they'll probably have a pretty easy day and try to just get everybody ready. The guys that didn't play, they'll have a bit of a run, a small-sided game, just because we like to keep it competitive and they need that. But it'll be a day where we kind of have two groups going at it. So, and then we'll turn our attention towards Friday and tactical preparations for Charleston.
Just a little side story, John. We've done a pretty good job handing off the captain's armband this year on substitutions. And tonight I noticed that the captain's armband did not go to Paolo. Is there anything in that, or it just happened that way?
No, it's just, Paolo at the moment is still in the role of coming back and earning that armband back. And it's a given that he's going to get it back. But George or Frano or Luke, whoever's worn it, has done a really good job, and we pride ourselves on having really a strong culture and good leaders collectively in that locker room, and that's just an example of it. I could have chosen a couple other guys tonight. My staff always has side bets on who we're going to choose, but no, nothing in that.
Do you have any update on Amju? Because I saw his arm was in a sling.
He had an MRI yesterday. As of right before the game, we did not have any update on that, so I don't have anything new to report. He's clearly out, months, and we hope that he just doesn't have to have surgery.
Anything else for Coach?